The way you can stand here and condone a man's actions like Ole Anderson, then offer your hand to him, say, I'm proud to be your friend. What about that backstabbing Ole Anderson, what he did to Ernie Ladd? Look what he's done to me, him and Armstrong. But no, you condone it and everybody condones it. Well, he's back.
There's a lot of controversy. Evidently, there's a lot of things happening around here, Gordon. And I'm back. There's a lot of people that had a lot of statements that, well, the superstar's gone, he's not going to come back. Well, I'm back, and I'm here to stay. And you know, and the people know, but primarily all those wrestlers know that when I say something, fellas, I mean it. I'm one of the few individuals in professional wrestling that you can bank on. When I say something, it's as good as gold. And things are going to be changed around here. The people are going to be hurt. People are going to be eliminated. And I'm the man, and the family is even stronger than it was before. We're a better cohesive group than ever before.
Well, we're going to find out Friday night. That's because right, you're in a six-man tag team match.
That's right, and I'm tired of being kicked around. I'm tired of going home with my head aching, blood all over my face, stitches in my head because of Ole Anderson and Armstrong. Well, now it's Anderson, Armstrong, and Wahoo, right?
No, it's Anderson, Atlas, and...
It really doesn't matter who it is.
I'm all upset. But anyway I can get Armstrong, Anderson, or any of them, Friday night it's going to happen. And it's going to come down to the Heenan family. And Killer Carl Cox has a match with Tommy Rich for the Georgia Championship. Everybody thinks Tommy Rich can't be beaten. Well, he's going to be beaten by Killer Carl Cox. And then the Bobby Heenan family is going to get out there in the ring and teach Anderson and Armstrong and the rest of them a lesson Friday night.
You're so nervous about it, you're worrying about tonight, aren't you?
Yes, tonight and Carol's. I'm not worried about anything tonight because Anderson...
Just one thing at a time.
Armstrong's in the ring. Armstrong. I see Anderson's face. I see Armstrong's face. Well, tonight you're not going to be able to recognize Hanson and Armstrong. I've had it up to here with everybody.
We'll find out.
Words in my mouth, trying to confuse me.
Ladies and gentlemen, this event, one fall with a 15-minute time limit. From Miami, Florida, at 216 pounds, Mike Fever. Mike Fever. His opponent, ladies and gentlemen, now entering the ring, another member of the Bobby Heenan family, returning to Georgia at 280 pounds, the masked superstar, the superstar.
Superstar going up against Mike Fever. The superstar recently returned. As I said, he was undefeated. And it's a superstar now. Front chancery on Fever. Keeping Fever tied up. Double thrust to the throat that puts Fever to the canvas. Hip lock takedown again on Fever. And the superstar dominating. Fever comes out of it. And again, the superstar. Dashing Fever's head into the turnbuckle. Snapmare takes him to the canvas. Drives a knee into the chest of Mike Fever. Headbutt by the superstar, and he utilizes every point in his body as a weapon. There's no question about it. Catches him again. He's a massive individual. The side of the foot, the flat of the foot, the head, the elbows, the hands, you name it, the superstar is himself a veritable weapon, every inch of him. Front face locking now on Mike Fever. Fever trying to come out of it. The superstar brings him to the canvas. Maintaining total and complete control. Notice the way he's cross-faced him. Heenan watching carefully. And Fever in trouble now as a superstar. Totally dominates his man. In complete command. Catches him again in the pit of the stomach. Fever hanging limply on those ropes. Caught again, and Fever is down. The Superstar again closes in. Does not allow the pin. There you see Heenan watching. Again, the Superstar closes in. Back up the ring ropes. The referee calling for the break. And again. And so the Superstar said that there were going to be some changes made. Again, the headbutt, the lateral press, and again, not allowing the count of 3. So obviously, the neck breaker. Obviously, Mr. Heenan has decided to make an example out of everybody the Superstar wrestles. Fever must be going on instinct alone at this point. Caught again. And again, he does not allow the pin. Now goes into that variation of the Cobra. The variation of the Cobra. He has that variation of the Cobra, and once that's applied, it is all over. It is all over. The Superstar continues to hold it. Bobby Heenan lighting his victory cigar, and there his hand being raised in victory as a Superstar. And Fever, all but totally unconscious, groggily rolls up to his knees, being attended to by the referee. And so you see once again the devastating fury of the Superstar. He returned and said that changes were going to be made. He's made his statements, and obviously he intends to keep those situations going just as quickly as he can. Of course, obviously very upset and irate over the fact that Ole Anderson has had a change in philosophy and has joined the forces of such men as Bob Armstrong and Tony Atlas. An interesting situation. And, well, I was hoping that possibly we might be able to talk to Ole Anderson again. He's, as I said, did have his change of heart, a change of philosophy. And I did want to carry on a bit of conversation with him. I do see Wahoo McDaniel coming this way and Tony Atlas. We'll chat with them if we may. And, well, Tony, the Superstar is back.
Well, you know, the Superstar, he been on tour and everything, and now he's back here in the area, and he think he gonna come in and just run over top of a lot of people. But we got news for him. He come to this era, we gonna have a lot of competition for him, and he ain't gonna run over nobody.
Surrounded by police, as we said, he had been holed up in a house.
A challenge. Hasn't made it worth my while yet. If Ole Anderson wants to get a partner, if he wants to hang around with that big dumb hayseed, that's his business. But put the belts on the line. Make it a championship match. Then we'll accept anytime, any place, anywhere. But as far as I'm concerned, just to get in the ring right now and beat that turncoat Ole Anderson, some big dumb hick he's hanging with, that don't mean nothing to me. I've already outsmarted that dumb farmer once. Killer Carl Cox is the new television champion. I'll find a partner for Ernie Ladd. There'll be no trouble about that. But make it worth our while. Let him come up with the belts. Make it important to me. But just to beat you and a dumb plowboy, no, don't waste my time.
Indeed. Any comments?
I don't have anything further to say. If Ole Anderson or Stan Hansen or Tommy Rich, if you want to do something, you step into the ring. Don't stand out here and badmouth. You've got to prove it to us right there in the ring.
And remember, don't waste my time.
All right, well, that takes care of that situation. I still don't know where we stand in that particular episode. I want to take a moment now to talk to Ricky Fields. I'm having a little trouble understanding him.
Well, I'll tell you what, Hansen's out here, Heenan's out here running his mouth and everything. Well, Ole and Hansen are hot enough about this whole thing. They just may take him up on that challenge about the belts. They're hot enough that just I would take it up on him.
That would be interesting indeed to find out if that would happen, and hopefully we'll find out before this program is over, Rick.
That's right, that's one match I'd like to see myself.
Amen to that. All right, I'll tell you what, getting set for our next match now, so let's turn it over to our ring announcer.
This match will be one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first from Brownsville, Tennessee, weighing in at 240 pounds, Carl Fergie. His opponent from Roanoke, Virginia, weighing in at 250 pounds, Mr. USA, Tony Atlas.
Tony Atlas going up against Carl Fergie. One fall, 10-minute time limit, and Atlas favoring that left leg, as you can see, and we'll be talking more about that a little bit later on in the program. The referee checking that knee now. being very careful. And Fergie right away going after that knee. Atlas with a good back out. Backs out some more. Atlas set and ready, but definitely protecting that knee. He was caught in a figure 4. And win, lose, or draw, I want to talk to Tony Atlas after this match and talk to him about that figure 4 and the exceptionally dangerous hold. Austin Idol, of course, has a $1,000 challenge to anybody who can break the figure 4 once it's applied. Good takedown by Tony Atlas. Fergie on the canvas. Atlas keeping the armbar on Fergie. Fergie makes it to the ring ropes and forces the break. Atlas watches his man. Fergie backs away. So, a hurt knee or not, Tony Atlas still very definitely, very much. Fergie went after it. Atlas very quickly broke it up, but Fergie is definitely going for that knee. You see Atlas favoring that knee still very, very. Atlas now with a side headlock on Carl Fergie. Atlas maintains the pressure on Fergie. Fergie trying to come out of the side headlock. Referee checking, asking if he wants to give. Back to the ropes once again. Fergie tried to fire him off. Atlas blocked it very nicely. Back to the ropes. Tony Atlas tied up. Fergie pounds away at the midsection. Tried to arm whip him off. Atlas reversed that situation. Caught him. High backdrop. And so Fergie in trouble now as Atlas closes in once again. Tony Atlas of a full body slam. Lateral press. Fergie comes out before the count of 3. And circles his man, watches him carefully. Back into the turnbuckles. Fergie fires to the midsection. Now after that leg again. And it is Atlas down, and this is where he may have made a bad mistake. Fergie now closing in on that injured knee. Fergie continues to pound away on a Tony Atlas on the canvas, in trouble now. Fergie using the flat of the foot. Atlas face grimacing in pain as Fergie is after it now, wraps it into that ring rope. And it is Tony Atlas in a lot of trouble. May have been a bad mistake on Tony Atlas's part to come out and wrestle today with that injured knee. No, sir. Powers out. A near fall for Carl Fergie on Tony Atlas. Atlas comes up, catches him in the midsection. Fergie fires back. It's Atlas catching him one to the side of the head. Atlas catches him again on the side of the jaw. Another one to the side of the jaw. Fergie is staggered. Fergie caught again. And Fergie is dropped to the canvas by Tony Atlas. Again, Fergie to the midsection. Atlas loving quickness now. A slugfest between these two. He misses. He gets